Whoa! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, the video is pretty insane. There was a hearing on Capitol Hill yesterday that was showing a U.S. missile striking UFO, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
They changed it, Virginia, because they thought UFO had such a negative stereotype towards it. So they changed it to UAP.
So now we're building up a negative stereotype of UAPs.
Yes. This will be changed in about 20 years.
Yes. And then next we're going to call them DAFs. I don't know why, but that's what they keep doing. They say it happened off the coast of Yemen back on October 30th of last year. Now, the one thing that's amazing about this video, they say, is that the missile was only able to break off a piece of the craft before it was able to fly away.
Oh, so they kind of missed?
It looked like a direct hit, but it looked like it hit it. It kind of spun off some pieces and then kind of took back off again. And that's what they're saying. It's kind of amazing.
Well, if that was any other kind of craft you hit, that thing should be destroyed. The fact that it bounced off and then took off is what's weird.
Yeah. Now, here's a bit of the questioning that was going on Capitol Hill yesterday about this event.
I'm not to the conclusion that I believe that there are aliens coming from another planet, but I'm open to that. And I think that it's our responsibility, especially when we're seeing that we have a government that is actively blocking information from us.
There is something out there, and we should know as the people what it is.
Are you scared for your safety?
That's a complicated question. So being here today, if I say the wrong word, technically I can be charged with espionage. Espionage is a death penalty. Whistleblowers have faced it.
Oh, well, it makes sense why some of these people aren't talking.
Yeah, also, too, there's also, if you say they were going to kill you and your family, there's that as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This footage is crazy. Not only does it look like it breaks off, it looks like the pieces that break off start to fly as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
those pieces fly?
It looks like it. I'm not saying that it did. And
the debris figures out a way to keep going by itself?
From the video, it looks like it does. I'm watching it right now. And
Where did this happen?
I mean, look at that. Does that not look like the debris is flying along with that craft?
Now, witnesses testify that there is nothing in the U.S. arsenal that could withstand a direct strike from a Hellfire missile and survive that we have. But there were people commenting on, one, why do we have such high-tech weaponry, but we have such terrible cameras? Like, couldn't we put a 4K camera on this thing? Because, again, it's black and white. It's blurry. You can't really tell what the heck is going on.
You got to understand a few things about that, though. You are still high up in the air, and even if you have a great camera and something is moving so fast, it is not necessarily going to get you the best image. Go out and try to take a picture of a plane with a great, awesome camera. You're not going to always get this great, beautiful shot with all this detail.
Other things that people were saying was, even though it looks like that craft is going very fast, it's really kind of hard to tell how fast the object is actually going. It's something called the motion parallax. And what happens is if you have a drone or something that's moving fast, it'll make it look like the other object, because it's far away, is moving fast as well. So it kind of tricks you, the visual. They said it may not have been moving as quick as you thought it was.
And I hear what the naysayers are saying. There's no aliens, blah, blah, blah. It could be our government. And I do think there are things out there that our government has made, and they say, no, we don't have the capabilities of doing that for just, security reasons. You saw what happened to everybody when we didn't have toilet paper during COVID. You think everyone's going to be able to react soundly if they know we're not alone or there's all this other stuff going on? No, they're going to be freaked out by it.
So you definitely think it's aliens?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know what it is. I wouldn't be shocked if it was military and they didn't tell us that we have those capabilities, because now you're letting the enemy know that we don't. Oh yeah, we're going to just give them the playbook. But have I ruled out aliens? Hell no, we are not alone.
Now, one leading skeptic that's seen the visual proof that you are watching on KBJ TV on YouTube thinks it was just a balloon. They are thinking that it's one of those weaponized balloons, possibly, that we had seen flying over the U.S. so unabated that one time. Apparently, they're used heavily in that part of the world, and it would possibly ping off of a missile and send some of the other parts flying, as you see in that video.
But that video, you don't think that debris looks like it's flying along with it?
I just think with the quality of the video, it's hard to tell what the heck is going on. And that's where I think, unfortunately, we are with a lot of this footage is the way things look visually, like that motion parallax, you just can't necessarily tell what actually is happening in that clip, where it gives you some illusions as to what might be going on, but you're not clearly seeing it.
Did they go to Yemen and look on the ground? I mean, they probably know the exact coordinates that it happened at.
Yeah, not able to do that with the Houthis and everything in that area. Well, it's not somewhere they can just go strolling in.
Hey.
It's not like Paris. You know?
And not to mention, too, if something flies away, how are you going to find it?
I mean, is there any debris on the ground?
That's a great question, but again, my theory is it looks like the debris flying along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's why they did it in Yemen, because they knew you couldn't go look for the debris.
Maybe. Who knows?
I both things can be true. Aliens existing and our military not telling us the truth about our flying operations. Both could be true. And I think both are true. Back engineering, reverse engineering, Virginia. See, the thing about them. I knew it was
I'm still trying to figure out inches and feet.
Yeah,
her eyes were glossed over.
Yeah, she's tapped out.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Phillies have been doing a lot of interesting things. First, on Friday, they played the Marlins, and we had that whole home run ball controversy that went down.
Yes, Philly Karen.
And now their pitcher, Aaron Nola, was interrupted by a teammate who made an interesting little noise during a post-game interview in the background. I don't know if you heard that, but listen carefully.
Is that a chair or a fart?
I think it didn't come from a chair.
Just to get those guys out, and especially to get Soto.
Now all they're trying to do is figure out which teammate was responsible for it. Mm-hmm.
If someone farts while you're talking, they're messing with you.
Yeah, I think that's what happens in a locker room.
That one sounded like it had some a weight behind it, like it was pushed out.
And some of these microphones are getting so good these days where you think you're in the clear fart zone. Oh no, that mic is picking it up.
Yep. Well, not only are they going to reverse on the logo, they're also going to reverse on the interior design. Cracker Barrel's basically said, yeah, that whole rebrand thing, just forget we ever did that. So they're not going to change the restaurants at all either. So
remix.
Are they keeping that CEO, the one that wanted all those changes?
I think they might have already swapped out. I can't imagine you're going to keep them because this is going to cost them a lot of money. It's cost them market share. It's cost them stock price.
They did remodel a few of the restaurants as a test to see, and people overwhelmingly came in and hated it.
Yeah, it should be a good lesson. This is 2 times now at least that CEOs who really probably don't understand their audience and their customer base, which is troubling in the first place. To hire a CEO that doesn't get the customer base and make these kind of decisions, yeah, they have to make a change. So I think we might need to hire better when it comes to CEOs. They haven't had a good run lately.
They have
Either
not.
they're philandering at Coldplay concerts or they're just screwing up the entire company. It's like, can you just leave and go to a Coldplay concert?
Sometimes if you get a new CEO in there too, they don't understand the product like everyone else does who's been around it and involved in it for so long.
Especially if they're a fancy, rich CEO that has never eaten at a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, a fancy CEO comes in, puts his feet up on the table. Why don't we do this? Let's change the logo. Like, you just got here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Cool your jets.
I think that's what happened.
It is.
Got an issue going on in Connecticut. Apparently, people up there are painting squirrels.
No.
Yes.
Why? That's not nice.
They're trying to figure out who they are. Now, hopefully, it's a non-toxic paint if they're doing like that, but they found a blue and a red squirrel, and they don't feel like they appear that way naturally in nature.
No.
But now it's political because one's blue and one's red.
You're right. Oh, my gosh. That's a Republican.
It is, right? And, boy, if you show up at a college party, don't forget the drugs. A 54-year-old man in Missouri was charged Sunday with first-degree murder in his roommate's death because he didn't bring drugs to a college football watch party, and he shot him.
Oh, my gosh.
That's kind of crazy, huh?
What the hell?
Usually one of those drugs.
Yeah, that's some pretty crazy and intense stuff right there. And Fort Lauderdale attorney David Castles was found guilty of cocaine possession, delivery, and bringing contraband into a jail. He was first arrested in 2022 after a 2021 jail visit when deputies found 37 papers disguised as legal documents that were saturated with 136 grams of cocaine. The papers had Bible quotes and photos that were meant for a murder suspect, Pedro Concepcion. The attorney posted a $58,000 bail at the time and pled not guilty. But a jury has now sentenced him to 364 days in jail with 1 day credit plus 3 years probation. He's been practicing law since the year 2000, but you're not making enough scratch as an attorney that you got to start doing a side business of hustling drugs into the jail for your clients?
Wow, that's crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
He threw it all away.
I guess so. Yeah, I imagine the bar is probably not real keen on that.
You're done.